Today's word is wisdom, knowledge that is gained by having many experiences in life. Similar words: insight, perception, discernment, intelligence. Proverbs chapter 2 verse 6 says, "For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth comes knowledge and understanding." So if the Lord gives wisdom, we have to understand what he says about wisdom. And how do we get directly what God says about wisdom? We have to read God's word. James chapter 1 verse 5 says, "If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you." So it's telling us to ask God for wisdom, and he will give it to us. Wisdom is application. Wisdom is knowledge and understanding, but applying it. So, a lot of times you like, I know that already. Yeah, I understand that. But you can't apply it. That's wisdom. So it's saying if you lack that, you should ask God for it, and he will give it to you without finding fault. James chapter 3 verse 17 says, "But the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure, then peace loving, considerate, submissive, full of mercy and good fruit, impartial and sincere." So we heard the dictionary version of wisdom, where this is wisdom that comes from heaven, God himself. And it says, first of all, it's pure. It has morals and it's not corrupt. It's considerate, it's submissive, it's gentle, and it's reasonable. It's willing to listen, compassionate, not self-seeking, and it's sincere, meaning that it's true when you do it. And these are the things that we should be applying to life. Proverbs chapter 13, verse 10, "Where there is strife, there is pride, but wisdom is found in those who take advice." So this right now, what I'm giving you is advice. And strife is found in those who are too prideful to take heed to it. Strife means arguments, issues, disagreements. You find somebody that's always in arguments, always got issues, it's because they lack wisdom. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 16, "How much better to get wisdom than gold, and to get insight rather than silver." So wisdom is more precious than gold, and insight is more precious than silver. Matthew 7, verse 24 through 27, "Therefore everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. And the rain came down, streams rose, and the wind blew and beat against the house, yet it did not fall, because it had its foundation on the rock. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on sand. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the wind blew and beat against the house, and it fell with a great crash." In closing, if you lack wisdom, ask God and he will give it to you. Proverbs chapter 1 says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction." So get wisdom so you don't have to live a life full of strife. And like always, that's a word picture.